Hello, hello, my friends. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. How are we this morning? Let's see who's in the house with me today. We've got Miss Lana Banana here, and Lisa is here, and Blair is here. Hi, guys. Andy, you're here. How's it going? And Amber's here. Hi. Waves, waves, waves. You'll see I've got my fun earrings on today. So these are my Yip Yips, which I do still need to do a tutorial for. So I've got a few tutorials actually that I have plans to do. Mr. Frog will probably be the next one, but this one's not going to be too long, so I can always sprinkle them in there as well. But how's everybody doing? What are you guys working on? I hope everybody's week is going well. I'm looking forward to the weekend. We are still supposed to have the garage sale this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. Hi, Michaela. Good to see you. Hi, Kimberly. Nice to see you guys. I don't know if I want to do it, you guys. I'm going to be honest. Like, I have so much to sell, but I don't want to sticker everything. I don't want to go through stuff. I'm really struggling to like force myself to do that. So I don't know. Is it worth it? Or do I just keep doing the Facebook Marketplace route? That's what I've been doing, but oh my goodness. Hi, Callie girl. How are you, my dear? I did get a coffee. I did not go to Dutch. I was good. Although my son was trying to get me to take him to Starbucks a second ago, and I was like, I'm going live. Usher's out of room. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Good to see you. You made it to the live. Good job. Good job. Just tell people to make you an offer, right? I know. Yeah, it's tough because I was thinking, okay, I got a bunch of books. So, I could, in essence, put them in one area and just say, okay, paperbacks this price, hardbacks this price, or something like that. So that's possible. I could do something in that vein, or if I had clothes, just put like certain amount for different like grouped items. You know what I mean? I hate doing garage sales though. I just hate going over pricing and having people like bargaining and, it's just like, it's too much sometimes, and for some reason, I always end up being the one that's at the table, like manning it the whole time, unless I have to go take a urination station break or something like that. But otherwise, it's usually just me sitting out there working on something. So I know, huh, Michelle? You're like, I don't have to catch the replay. Yes. Oh my goodness. I did not do my walk this morning. I may go out though and do one here in a little bit, just clear my head and stuff like that. It's always good for mental health, but I didn't because last night my son and I went on a walk. So I did the walk with him. He was on his bike. And then he wanted to hit a ball around over at a school that's nearby. So I was running after I was like the retriever of said ball. So I was like hoofing it the whole time trying to go back and forth. So I felt like I got another good workout, So I was like, maybe I'll just skip this morning. Nova, hello, my dear. So nice to see you. I think this is the first time you caught me live, I think. But I just got introduced to you over on D's when you were up on D's last week. So you were lovely. I love all your makes. Oh my goodness, everybody's saying hi to everybody. I had no idea what to work on today, you guys. I will admit, I was rushing around. I was looking at my yarns. I was like, should I start something? Should I keep working on something that I've been working on? I'm in one of these weird like headspaces today. We've had a lot going on. So it was just one of those like end of moment decisions that I thought I would continue working on what I have been doing. I'll give you guys the option. I've been working on my books, trying to get them republished under FRIZZY'S Books imprint. So I'm working on a map that is going to be a new addition to the new edition. And so I'm now going back. I have the rough draft of the map done. I'm kind of going back and drawing over my prior lines. So I can work on that. That's what I've been doing. Or I can go over here and grab this little guy here, which was the cocoon again, because that's one I have the pattern in my head, so I don't have to think too much about it. But everything else I had, it's going to just take too much brain power, and I'm going to fail. I'm going to crash and burn. So I was like, it's not happening today. I thought about working on, my friend Shai has a Sakura square. It's half of it is Sakura squares. The other ones are gingham squares. And so I was helping her out, and I was kind of like testing these a while ago. And so I have not finished those. I could do that, but that's a lot of like, I have to think about it. You know, I can't think and be live. We all know this. I know this. I'm lucky if I could get like a row done on my cocoon again, right? I know it's a weird day, huh, Amber? It's a weird day. Yes. You're going to start the handles on your bag. Nice. That bag is coming out so good. I love all the colors you've been picking, and yeah, it's coming out great. Yes, isn't it nice to see Nova on this side? I love how like vibrant neon colors your background is. You know, I'm all in my pinks today, so. So yes, you're cutting squares for sewing bags later, Andy says. That's exciting. So these are fully sewn bags then? And what fabric are you using? Are they print? I assume probably print fabric, since it's probably going to be at a con, right? That you're doing like a Comic-Con, and you're working on a shrug, and you'll be listening in, Michelle. Nice. Thank you, Nova, right? I know. I thought so. The pattern, the original pattern, is actually from Repeat Crafter Me that I used. Hi, Butterfly. And then I adjusted it though. So what I wanted to do was take her concept and make it easier for people that don't use thread yarn. It's because usually with very tiny amis, you're using thread yarn. And so I'm talking about using like lace tiny needles. And a lot of us have a hard time with that with our hands, you know, as we get older, arthritis, all those fun things. So I wanted to make an easier way where you could just take a 3 or a 4 weight and then make yourself a pair of cute earrings that way. So I'm adjusting the pattern, and yeah, so I did that. And then I also added some fun little gems, little beads to the strand as well. Just, you know, lots of fun. And these were the colors from my Hexi Wrap cardigan, another whip I was thinking about bringing out, but I have to look at Shai's pattern for the ribbing, and I'm like, I can't, you guys, I just can't do it. I can't do that today. Melissa Jim, Monique, hello. You've been fed. Did you eat a breadstick for me, Melissa? She went to Olive Garden, and I was like, that sounds good. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you, hun. And Vima's in the house. Hi, Vima. What are you working on? Are you still doing the tulips, or did you start a new project? That's exciting. And what about you, Monique? Are you starting something new? Did you start the chicken bag or anything like that? Thank you. I know. I felt like I mean, they don't match exactly, but there's shades of pink in here that are in also my shirt. So thank you, Melissa. See, I didn't get the calories, but I feel as though I got the enjoyment from that breadstick. Accessible patterns, right? Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. And I might even change it again. But I definitely want to do a tutorial, because I think that we can all make earrings like this if you like the chunky style. I know it's not for everybody, but I think because everybody loves when I wear the chunky earrings, it makes me not want to wear the simple earrings anymore that I have. So every time I go and look at earrings, I'm always getting the chunky ones for you guys, because I'm like, but that's what my peeps like. They like the big ones, so I get those. Oh, good. Oh, did she love them? I bet she loved them. Almost finished with my cotton cardigan. It is so cute. Yes, please post pics on Discord. I would love to see that, Callie. A breadstick and salad for me too, Amber says. I know. Olive Garden's got really good breadsticks, and Red Lobster has really good Cheddar Bay biscuits. That's like the whole reason I would want to go to either of those places, really. Like, you could just give me those, I'd be a happy girl. You know? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, hun. Yeah. I haven't been crocheting much lately either. I've been drawing, working on this map that I'm doing. Earring peer pressure. Maybe your daughter will make you some. That would be exciting. And they're going to be super easy too. I'm trying to make it so that it's as easy as possible so that it's accessible. Gosh, mush mouth today. Accessible for everybody, right? So we can all have cute earrings and stuff. I should try to do that with my bee earrings that I did. They drowned the salad in dressing today. Oh no. Yeah. Which kind of dressing did you go for? Okay, I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do the top down. Can I just add it? Okay, so let's do, how did I do this before, you guys? Oh, I think it's like this. Haha, look at that. Okay, hang on. I can't show off passwords and such, so give me a moment. Okay, this is part of my map, so you guys can enjoy. I will give you, see, you only get this now because you're watching me on this live, right? But like, there's a whole map here. And I know it's kind of hard to see because I have the rest of the map kind of on a lighter base. And then now I'm going over that with the new layer and creating kind of a darker image of it, so to speak. So that's what I'm working on. So right now I'm working on this little area here with the spiders making webs. And yeah, so I'm going to doodle and I'm going to keep looking up and reading all your comments and stuff. Hi, Rita. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Can't wear them hardly ever because I am super allergic to anything except medical grade titanium. Oh, man. Used to them anyway. I wonder if you could, Nova, I wonder if there's a way that you could take the, like, for example, the hook, like just buy a pack of those medical grade hooks that go into your ear, and then the rest wouldn't matter as much, but just making sure that whatever's going through the ear is medical grade, and then you could still have fun with earrings like that. Melissa, Monique, I do need a pair of those earrings. We've passed Mother's Day. What's coming next? Maybe Melissa, I think she had her birthday already this year, so we're waiting on Christmas. You finished a phone cover on today's live stream and working on a strawberry keychain. Yay, that sounds cute. I love that. I need to do that too. I need to do a little strawberry keychain for the strawberry bag that I did. So that way I can make like a bag charm. I thought that would be really cute. So did you come, I assume you don't really do other people's patterns, do you, Vima? You usually create your own as you go. So the funny thing with drawing, you guys, on digital, this is on Procreate is the app. And kind of the funny thing about doing that is that if you mess something up, you just do 2 fingers and you tap it and it'll take away. What is that line? When did I do that one? See, I don't even know. That's not supposed to be there. So 2 fingers, there it goes. And 3 fingers brings it back. So that's how you do it. But if I switch to doing a sketchbook and I'm drawing it on a sketchbook, I'll sometimes do that on the paper and expect it to go away or come back. And I'm like, oh, geez. Oh my gosh. Yes, Nova, I think that would work. I think that would be a good choice. Butterfly's allergic to metal in ears, but I can wear plastic. So I got a pack of the plastic earrings. Nice. You know, I bought a kit that came with the plastic ones and I was like, are these supposed to actually like work? And I haven't tried them yet, but that's a good point. That's probably what they're for. Oh gosh, you could see like my nose right there. Let me back it up. Oh my gosh. Yes, you guys, definitely drop your links while we're hanging out. Just put your links in. You just write the word drop and Nightbot will put your channel link in there. So every time an advertisement comes up, I go back and have to go out and come back in. Oh, that's annoying. How come? You can't just... Oh, you know why? It's probably because it makes you watch a certain amount and then you can skip the ad, but I think that doesn't usually populate for the beginning part of it. That is annoying. Yeah, plastic hooks. That's interesting. Plastic hooks sounds like a good choice though, because I've had sensitivity with earrings as well. Not to the point of needing necessarily medical grade, but I usually get the ones that are, nickel free, and the stainless steel ones I think work pretty good. But hi Liz, how are you? And hello Manuela. Good to see you guys. Atlanta Banana saying hi to everybody. You're new here? Well, welcome. I normally am crocheting. Okay. I do normally do that. However, I just was in a weird headspace and I had no idea what to crochet on. And so what I've been working on is my book map for my release of my Tales of Whimsy series. That should be coming back out. The first two books I plan to hopefully, if I can get all my ducks in a row, re-release it on Amazon by the end of summer. That would be my goal. And then if that's at all possible, I will then start finishing up the third book and have that one released next year. Hi, Stella's mom. How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. And Marianne is in the house. I almost missed you coming in. You found them on Amazon. You can't put anything super heavy on them, but I don't wear heavy earrings anyway. Yeah, and yarn is so light, it doesn't take any weight to it, so yeah. Oh my goodness. I like seeing new faces too. And of course our OG faces, right? Gosh, I'm getting hot. You wear the fabric type necklaces instead of metal, and that works well. The plastic ones would work, yeah. Have to look into that. I agree. I think you should. I do. I think you should. Yep. Oh my goodness. Yes. Well, we're not starting our summer off quite right. We've been having some, illnesses and things going through the house. So it's like one thing after another. And so I'm just trying to stay healthy, and that's just how the summer has started for us. But I'm hoping we're getting this out of the system now. And that way the rest of the summer can be like a healthy, happy place. Thank you, Maddie. Nice to see you too, my friend. Yes, these are Yip Yips, Sesame Street characters, and I will have a tutorial coming out soon. That is on my list of tutorials to do for you guys. For sure. We're going to do the floppy cat, not the floppy cat. We just did that one. So if you guys want to make a floppy cat, I have a tutorial up now on both right-handed and left-handed crocheters. There's two different ones actually. So that's on the channel already, but I'm doing the Mr. Frog. I want to call him a floppy frog because his arms and legs flop too. But yes, the Mr. Frog, he's a no-sew pattern. And you also will get to make his bag of flies. Those are also no-sew. So that'll be the next one that I'll have out on the channel. And then we'll get the Yip Yip earrings out too. Oh, you loved your mystery stickers, Lori. Yay! That's exciting. Oh my gosh. Yes, and then you'll come back and make the earrings. Yes, do it. That's right. Yes, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. So I come on and I do the Hangouts twice a week. So Thursdays at 11 Pacific time, 11 a.m. And then I usually go on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for anybody that is, working during the day and maybe on the East Coast. I'm trying to make sure everybody gets a chance to come and hang out on these lives. Oh, you saw the floppy cat. Isn't it cute? I know. I love the little floppy cat pattern. So, I had to make sure that you guys had a chance to make one for yourselves. I had already done a live. I did a live tutorial for that one. And I think with the lives, I was trying that I was trying that out because I saw Jada and Stitches does a lot of live tutorials. So I thought, oh, let's give it a shot. But I think for those that like to sit there and make every single stitch together, it's great. But I think replay wise, I don't know how popular that is. Plus it spans over multiple videos, right? Because you can't get it all done in 1 hour. It takes quite a few hours. So yeah, I just thought, you know what, an abridged, quicker version would be better. And so I went ahead and just remade it. And I think it so far it's got like over 300 views. I'm hoping it'll climb to 1,000. I plan to do a giveaway if I can get the views to 1,000. And so it can catch into the algorithm here on YouTube. So yes, please share it out for me. That would help. Yeah, do the blanket yarn, Amber. He comes out really cute in the blanket yarn. You should definitely make a bigger one. Definitely. I actually need to make more because those two that are in the video have already been bought and they've already been shipped to their home. So I don't even have one I can show you. So I need to make another one. Planting some peas. Oh, those are my favorite vegetable. No worries. Good to see you though. You're new to crocheting, Maddie? What kind of crocheting are you wanting to do? Wearables or decorative-y things or amis? Like, what's your jam? I was always just into doing the amis. I didn't think I would ever do wearables, but I have surprised myself that now I'm like really wanting to get into doing wearables. So, you know, I have to actually finish things. That's my problem. I have several whips in progress, but nothing that I have finished yet. Except for if you guys remember that spider web. It was a spider web kind of top that I made for Halloween. I did finish that one. So I could say I finished something, right? But yeah, I didn't finish too many things. I've got the cocoon again I need to finish and the hexie wrap still. So those are two of my whips. And I did make the purse. I made that strawberry bag. And that I'm very proud of myself for finishing that. So there you go. Drop your drops. You just want to make anything? Nice. Yeah, I wish I had learned how to crochet when I was younger. Because all the things I could have made. But I still have lots of time. I just, I see so many younger kids now that are crocheting, and I just wish that I had found it at that age. You'd crochet right now, but I'm on vacation. Nice. That's exciting. Where are you on vacation? Is it like, did you go on a plane kind of vacation or just a staycation or whatever they call it, right? If you stay in your in your neighborhood, but you just don't go to work. Staycations are nice. You kind of need staycations after the vacations before you really dive back into everyday life, right? Oh my goodness. I am just making webs, lots and lots of webs. Road trip, nice. That sounds like fun. I want to do, like, if I do camping, I want to do glamping. Like, I would like to, I don't know that I want to be good at camping. Like, I do love, being in nature to a degree, but I also don't like things crawling on me. I have, like, phobias of things like that. And so, oh, Morro Bay, nice. Yeah, so I kind of struggle. Like, I still remember being a kid and we were trying to go camping, and I remember the bathroom had like a tree frog climbing up the wall. It freaked me out. My brother, we were just like, ah! Oh my goodness. And yeah, I don't know that we camped for all that long. I feel like it was the camping the whole like loveliness of camping was lost on my brother and I think as an adult I might appreciate it a little bit more, but I would definitely be layering bug spray on me. You know what I mean? You are glamping, yeah. Well, if you have a camper, see, that's what I mean. I'll take a camper and go camping. You're on a staycation for the last 11 years. Oh my gosh, that sounds like amazing. Do you own and live in a camper kind of thing and you just travel around, or right? A girls crochet glamping trip. I'm in. That sounds like loads of fun. I like how you think, Melissa. Yes, definitely. You have a view of the rock and a beach. Right now, you guys are, so you're stopped then and you're getting to enjoy where you're at. That sounds nice. We're hoping, I really want to get over to Seaside. Hopefully we'll get over there soon. We just really enjoy that town, my husband and my kids and I. So hopefully we'll get over there soon when everybody is healthy and, you know, we can go out and do the things. That's where we'd like to go. Yeah, right? Morro Bay. That sounds lovely. I know I've heard of Morro Bay, but I'm blanking on what state that's in. My camper is parked in my bestie's backyard and I live in it full time. That's so cool. Your bestie's like, come live with me. Just, you know, have your camper out back. Love that, Marianne. That's so cool. Ooh, go for a walk on the beach. Yes. And it's raining there. This whole weather this year has been so weird. It just doesn't seem like you would have rain at this point in the year, but is that normal for you guys, Amber? Or is that abnormal weather-wise for you guys at this point in the year? Like with all of the tornadoes and stuff going on? No, Seaside in Oregon. I live in Washington, Michelle. So I'm in Southwest Washington area. And so Seaside, although it feels like you're still in Washington, it's actually not. It's part of Oregon. So, but it's a cute town and it's got all the little shops, and I'm originally from the Bay Area in California, and one of the things I miss the most is how close all these cute little small town, you know, strips there we had Los Gatos, we had Campbell, you know, you hop and a skip and you were in Santa Cruz if you wanted to go to the beach, or you could go to Monterey and go to the aquarium. Like there was just so many places you could go in such a short distance. But here, I don't feel like we have that as much, or I don't know of the cool spots to go yet. And so Seaside's like the one place where we get that same kind of vibe, you know, that I'm looking for. I have not, ever since we moved to Washington, I've been back to California when I was working at a winery. But I have not gone back just for leisure, you know, and so I haven't had a chance to really go see the places that I miss. Thunderstorming right where you are, Lisa. Ugh. No bueno. Did a video tour last year of my camper that's on my channel. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh, I keep seeing all these really cool shorts coming up that are either showing off, I think they're either campers or people making tiny homes out of things that are very, you know, there's just small tiny homes, but it's so unique in how they build those things. I don't know if you guys have seen these, but like I've seen ones, I think there was this one that was a camper, but it was cool because they had this level that you could put down and then there was a bed, but if you lifted it up, it was like covering this huge hot tub kind of thing. Well, not huge, but you know what you could have in there. It looked good size though. It was just like very aesthetic and lovely. I don't know. I could see living in something like that. You're walking on the beach, walking to the beach. See, you're taking us with you. Thank you, Maddie. You love rain right now. It's really weird here today in Washington. I was wondering if we were going to get rain because we have tons of clouds and they have gray, like darker gray to them. So it's like tut tut. It looks like rain, like Pooh Bear used to say. Yeah, it looks like it's going to rain, but I don't think it's meant to. It's a wet year. Summer is our more active thunderstorm time. Okay, so that is usual for you, the thunderstorms at this point in the year. We were drying in a drought, so this is nice. Hi, Esther. Good to see you. How's it going? What you working on? Yeah, this year has been very, like, it's not, we haven't had extremes in Washington, where we're having extreme heat or extreme cold. So it's just been very mild. And so it's weird, but it was extended, like the length of how long winter lasted, and then it seemed like it was going to take forever for spring to feel like spring, and then now it's summer, but it doesn't really feel like summer because it's not. I think we had it get up to 80, 82, something like that, but it's so far, knock wood, so far it's been very mild. So yeah, I don't know if we're going to have a rough season of it or not, but so far so good. So far so good. I don't like heat though. I don't like very extreme heat at all. I would not do well in like Arizona or Texas. I know we've got some from Texas here. I would not do well. I melt. Last year we were dry and in a drought, so this is nice. Yeah. It was, hi Amy. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Felt like summer way too early for me here. Yeah. And you're working on your sleeves of your cardigan, Esther says. Almost done. That's exciting. Hi, Auntie. How are you? Dropping in for a bit. Nice to see you. I haven't caught your lives lately. I'm sorry. I've been doing lots of things and I haven't been on that many lives lately, actually. Just trying to get things done, You think your skin melted around 9 a.m.? Oh my gosh, Callie, how hot is it where you're at? No. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind going on a walk after this because of the fact that it's very overcast here. So the reason I've been starting to do my morning 2-mile walks that I do are because it was starting to get really hot. So even when I was going at like 7 a.m., 7:30-ish, it was just so hot. I was melting and I was going to have to do sunscreen and burning, all those fun things. And so I was like, what? I'm just going to get up and go. I'll just go at 5 a.m. when I get up. So I've been doing that. But now at 5 a.m., it's not dark. It's not light. I've noticed. I have been a busy bee. Yes. It's not light at 5 a.m. And I don't want to go walking in the dark. I don't feel safe walking in the dark. So, yeah. Because did I tell you guys about what I saw the other day when I was walking in the morning? Please stop me if I did. I was walking and basically I see bunnies everywhere. I count them on the back trail by our house. So like I'm always counting how many bunnies I see. And I always feel good about seeing bunnies because I feel like if there was a big animal that the bunnies probably wouldn't be as, there hanging out, just having a good time eating their grass. If there was a giant animal in a bush nearby, I don't know if that's true, allegedly, right? I don't know if that's true. It makes me feel better. But anyway, so I was almost out of the back trail area. I'd seen about 11 bunnies already. And I heard this really loud rustling in the bush area that was just beside where the sidewalk is. So I just stopped and I looked over I waited because I'm like, oh my God, what does this say? Because it sounded really big. I'm like, and it ended up being a doe. It was a deer, a female deer, and she's just like a cartoon character. Starts like all four hooves. They just start like, I don't know how to describe it, you guys. They literally lift off like this, all four. If Rebecca was here, she would tell me that is like totally normal for deer to do, but I'd never seen a deer do that. And she just sort of, sauntered her way off in the distance, looked back at me, and I looked at her, and then she dove into the blackberry patch. Oh my gosh. But I got scared. I'm like, something is coming out. What is it? When we lived in Belize, the ground would get so dry you could stick a machete down the cracks in the dirt. In rainy season, you felt like you would mold. Oh my gosh. And hot and humid in Illinois. Ugh. You're in the 7th layer. Oh, that's so funny, Callie. That's when my sister-in-law had her bachelorette party. So this is many years ago. But when she did, she had it in Vegas. And my mom and I were just absolutely melting. It was crazy. I was like 100 and I don't know, I think it was 110, but it was just so hot. And, there's so many people that are there and they're trying to get you to take a bottled water, pay for it, of course, So lots of water to be had, but there's not a lot of coverage. It's very, I don't remember there being a lot of shady areas there. So, you saw a white deer yesterday? Oh, how cute. Like a bunny hop. Yes. I'd never seen that, Marianne. It was the weirdest thing. It was like comical. Thought I was watching a cartoon. Oh my gosh. Freezing winters. That's my opinion. Aw. You want to be in Florida, Esther? Or in Belize. Or you might be talking about Belize. Hi, Lydia. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, mostly on my walks I've seen, like I saw a deer the other morning, and it was just in the very beginning of the trail, and it wasn't that bothered by me. It just saw me and it was like, okay, yeah, another person now. I guess I have to go back in the bushes. And so she just got out of the way. And she was actually just eating right next to the bunnies. So I'm pretty sure the deer don't mind the bunnies at all, It wasn't really the deer I was worried about. I've heard that we may have like coyotes, and I've never seen one, but I don't really want to come upon one either. So, yes, thank you, Liz. Don't forget to hit the thumbs, you guys, if you're not subscribed. Throw some yarn in my window, I love seeing you guys hanging out with you here on the YouTube streets. It's lots of fun. I guess I haven't done a drawing live in quite some time, so I appreciate anybody who is still hanging out, and I know it's not crochet. I promise next time I will be crocheting. I will have something else that I'm working on. I couldn't brain what I was going to do with it. And I felt like every live that I've done recently, I've been working on that cocoon again. And I thought that would be boring to keep watching me work back and forth, You're crocheting a bag holder. Oh, there you go. Are you talking about like the plastic bags holders kind of thing, Lydia? That sounds nice. IKEA had some bag holders, and we have a couple of those in our garage that we use, but they get filled up pretty fast. Oh, thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Yes. I love maps and books, and I was having to do some research before I started doing this map because it's a trilogy. And you know, you learn in other books and stuff, like there's many books that have maps, and it's a series as well. And so what I was wondering was if the map changes as the stories change, right? Like, do you get shown a different part of the map, or do you see everything that you're going to see in the first book? That doesn't make sense, right? So I had to look into other books. I actually even bought another book to look at the map. Although it's adorable and I plan to read it, but yeah, I found from others that they expand the map as you find other spots in the stories. So I'm excited to do that. And I was thinking maybe at the end of having the full map in color, having it as an optional print in the shop. I thought that would be really cool to finish, but I get the feeling I don't want to bore it either with the same old live. I know, right? I know. It's from the Whimsy series, yes. So this is the, if I can scroll it out here, I can kind of, I'll share it with you guys. Hang on. Is it these two? I can do this. Is it this one? No. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Okay, hang on. Let me undo what I just did. Because this one is, I thought it was the opacity that needed to change. Let's see, is it this one? No. Interesting. Well, I can double this. Hang on. Sorry, I'm repeating, or I'm trying to figure out what I did. I think I merged stuff and it made the layer just a lighter layer, but this kind of can show you a little bit better. I'm going to probably, like, I made it pretty detailed, so I may like cut back on some of the detail, but this is a map of Weyburn, which is where the story takes place. So this is from the first book. So these are areas that you'll meet and see in the first book. So yeah, now I'm going over to do the final art on it. A grocery bag holder, yeah. And Lori's been sketching something I want to turn into a painting, but I need to look at a, to get it figured out. This is on an iPad, and this app is called Procreate. So it's one of the ones I would say most used, at least that I've seen from illustrators. It's a very user-friendly program, so highly recommend it. And it's not expensive. For the iPad, I think it's $10, and then you just own it. You know, you don't have to pay monthly or anything like that. So it's really a cool app. And hello, Shade. How are you, my dear? Glad you could come in and make it. All right, let's get rid of those extra layers here. Yeah. Delete. Hello, Dee. How are you? You made it. Yay. Thank you guys for making me feel better. I was kind of in a panic, but I'll admit, before I came on, because of not knowing what I was going to do. I had kiddos that were all trying to get me to make decisions, and I was like, I have to go live in 2 minutes, and I don't know what I'm doing. So I was like, I'll just go on and we'll just hang out. We'll figure it out as we go, huh? Oh my gosh. You were researching curriculum, and the video came up as a suggestion when my video was over. Oh my gosh. You have to make sure that I'm on all. You got to get the one with the little cheek marks. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Thanks, Jade. You're terrible at drawing. That's why, you know, one of the perks, I would say, of digital art is the fact that you can just go like that, and you mess up and you just get rid of it, you know? So you can go back and forth with it. And for me, that is such a helpful thing. My husband kept telling me I needed to learn how to do digital art a long time ago. And it wasn't until I had done some illustrating for a book series that was all done traditionally at the start, and having to make changes and stuff like that on a traditionally drawn up you know, art piece is very difficult. Sometimes you end up having to redo the whole thing. And I'm like, I don't have time for that, you know? So figuring out how to do digital art, it just allowed me to have more freedom with, you know, my drawing. So I can go back if I want to, or if I didn't like how something looked, I can just delete it, you know? It's just a lot easier. So, hi, Gracie. Good to see you, my friend. Hello, hello. Everybody saying hi. Weren't those tulips cute? Yeah, Vima's tulips are really cute. Yes, drop your drops. So D is on. D, you're on later today, right? So D is on later. You guys make sure you pick her up. Put a drop in the, you know what I'm going to say. Put drop in the comments, D. So she goes on live later, and she has a guest. It's our Anastasia. Gems by Anastasia will be on with her today, and she is lovely. So we'll get to enjoy that conversation. And that is going to be at what time, Dee? I think it's 3 o'clock my time. So 3 Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Everybody saying hi. Andy, I've been wanting to, I keep wanting to get my sewing out again, but I have the urge to make a sewn, like, doll. I keep thinking about it, and I keep looking at ones that I find on Pinterest, and some of them are just so cute with all the little clothes and stuff, and then you can hand sew, or you can use your machine. Machine just seems like such an easier way to go. But I don't know. I keep having the urge to do that. I was even getting out my, this one that I think I showed you guys this one. This rose minuscule one. Like, these are all sewn with fabric and stuff. Like, look at the little bunny right there. He's so cute, right? I just want to do all the things. Like, shows you how to sew the arms on. I'm telling you. I even thought about making some of these cute little, look at this little tiny bunny, and you make the little box he goes in. He's got a little pillow and a little blankie on him. Look how cute he is. I thought about making those as like little giveaways and stuff, but I just love them. They're just so cute. Kitty cats, all the things. And I bought the fabric. I already bought the fabric to work through some of the ones in this book. So I really don't have an excuse not to, other than just too many things I'm trying to get done. Hang on, I wanted to show you this other one if you missed it when I was showing this before. But it's also cute because, look, not only are you sewing, but like, look at his trousers. Those are crocheted, you guys. So you get to do a little bit of crochet, and she does some knitted stuff, which I've never done knitted clothes or anything. And I have been having a hankering to knit something lately, since it's been years since I knitted anything. I think her scarf actually is knit. This one. I think that's a knit. Hang on. I just wanted to, there was one I wanted to show you guys, and now I'm trying to find it and I can't. Oh, I think this is it. Hang on. Let me see if I can get the picture. There we go. Look how cute this one is, you guys. I even got that fluffy yarn too. Thank you, Dee. I'll have to make you a pair, except for I don't have this particular color of yarn. I don't have anymore, but I'll have to make you a pair so you can wear them with your outfits. But yeah, I just thought that was so freaking cute. This little mouse. Oh my gosh. I know, Nova. Oh my gosh. I love that you're geeking out with me. It's like, oh my gosh, little cute little outfits. That's what I do. Oh my goodness. Hang on. Let me put my password in here. Yeah, these have a mind of their own. So they tend to spin and go whatever direction they feel like going at the moment. Sometimes they're looking away from you. You just never know what you're going to get. But yes, all the little outfits and stuff. Ugh, I just really want to sew something. And I don't know. There's just so many things I want to get done. And so what ends up happening is I get overloaded. Do you guys do this? I was talking with my husband before coming on. I was like, I have to get everything ready for the garage sale and I have to label everything. And I really want to sew something, but I also want to knit something because I really feel like knitting lately. But I also have this thing that I need to get done, and I'm working on that map for Lindsay. And so what I end up doing is nothing, or I might work on the map just because that's the most pressing thing that has to get done, you know? So I'm like, okay, well, if nothing else, I can sit here and re-go over my lines, you know what I mean? But oh my gosh, I just get overloaded. Too many, what is it? Analysis paralysis or whatever, too many options. And then I don't do any of them. You're a sucker for little plushies and little clothes. Oh my gosh. Right? Yes. There was one, there's a pattern on Etsy that I found and I keep coming back to, and I might just buy it so I can make it. But she makes them out of, I think they're all fabric, if I'm remembering right. Maybe she uses some felt. But they're these cute little dolls, little girls, and it's where the sewn will go across. So where the legs come out, it's like you make the legs, you stick the ends in, and then you sew across, right? So they're kind of floppier, if that makes sense. But she has you kind of the same base body pattern, and then you can do different wings. They're like little pixies or fairies or whatever, but they'll have really beautiful wings done up. So one of them was very like lunar moon kind of vibe, if you know what I mean, like dark black, kind of gray, smoky look to it, the fabric that she used. And then there was ones that look more butterfly like and really, really cute. So I kind of want to just buy that one and go to town. I don't need a doll, but I just want to make one, you know. You sewed a heating bag out of a secondhand wool. Lined it with cotton and stuffed it with rice. Oh, one of those kind. Oh, gotcha. Nice. Could you being all thrifty, Shade? Oh my gosh. That was your first time using your sewing machine you got for Christmas 1.5 years ago. That sounds very similar to my own story with my sewing machine. Yeah. It's intimidating before you start really using it. And I had the same thing with it. And or if you put it away for a while and then you come back to it, it gets overwhelming again because you have to kind of remember how you threaded the needle and made the bobbin thread on there. And luckily there's pictures on most of the machines, I think. Well, hello, Helix. How are you, my dear? Good to see you. To use this sewing machine. Yes. You know, but there's a lot to be said about hand sewn dolls too. And I follow people that they strictly do hand sewn stuff. So, and it comes out beautiful. It's just almost like a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Cottage core kind of feel, you know, because it's not like perfect stitching that you'll get on a machine. So you can tell that it's like fully really handmade, right? And they're just so cute. Yay! Yes, everybody's saying hi to Lexi. That's right. Lexi, how hot is it in Utah? Is it super hot there now? I always think of you being out like in the desert area, kind of looking for fossils and stones and stuff, and imagining it being really hot. Doing good. Just working on my book map. Hi, Fairy Crochet Mama. Oh, that's right. That's Christy, right? Is that you, Christy? That's right. Oh, there you just said that. Glad I caught you live. It's Christy. That's right. So good to see you, my friend. I just have to keep, I'll have to keep, just do that. Remind me when you come in. Because we have there's other fairy channels. Like I know there's another gal that comes in sometimes and fairies in her name too, but yours is definitely different. It's 88 with a light breeze. Oh my gosh. 88 with a light breeze, just to give you a little something so you're not just totally feeling like you're in a desert. That's the other thing too. Talk about making a straight line, you guys. Watch. I could be a wonky donkey drawer, look, and then I just wait, hold it down, and it pops it into a straight line. And I have kind of shaky hands, so this is another good perk to Procreate. Or like say you're trying to draw a triangle, and like that is a wonky triangle, and then you hold it and it'll pop it into a triangle. You can always edit it after and like adjust your lines if you need to, but these are just little tips and tricks. Adding the fur to the doll jacket. Finally, it just got here today. That's exciting. Stored at your sewing machine. You don't have enough room here. Yeah. So I have 2 desks. I have the one you usually see me on. I have another one. And I'm going to use the other one, I think, for my sewing stuff, because that was going to be where Lizzie does homeschooling, but she didn't like sitting at that desk. So I was like, all right, well, I'll take it back then and repurpose it for my sewing stuff, because the machines do take up a lot of room. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. 90 and humid. Ugh. Nova, where do you live? Whereabouts do you live? I can't remember if you said on D's. 85 and sunny in Chico. Yeah, then changing your channel name is hard, isn't it? That is true. In the 60s because I keep my apartment cool and don't leave. Nice. Is odd as I lie between the San Rafael Swell Desert and Manti-La-Sal National Forest. So my weather is strange, honestly beautiful. Oh, good. So it's not too bad. You're like in a little pocket. That's good. Hi, Bonnie. Welcome in. I noticed you joined as well. Thank you for being a new member. Much appreciated. You had joined, and we had another one had joined, and I think it must have been on a off time when I wasn't live, because I didn't see it come up, but I'm so happy you joined in. You live on the Gulf in Texas. Okay. So yeah, it gets hot there. Hot and gross. Oh my gosh. That's how I feel right now. I'm like, I need a hair tie. What's that? Somebody got to do around here for a hair tie. Oh my goodness. Oops. Almost done with this area of the map. Yeah, so happy to have you. Exactly. We're getting close. I think we're just a few shy of being able to get another emoji, so we'll have to decide I'll have to put a poll out and decide which one we want next, if we want another frizzy one or if we want a Merlin one, because I know that that's been mentioned recently. Girl, I don't have a tie. That's the problem. I don't think I have a tie. You would think with as many ties that's in this house, I would have a tie by me, but I don't. Sticks and pencils. I never knew. I could never figure out how to do that. Helix, come over and tie my hair. Oh my gosh. Oh no, yeah, so you're not used to that, huh? Does Michigan get as hot? I mean, I don't think it gets as hot as Texas, but and I'm from California, and it doesn't, like, I'm from Bay Area of California, I should say. Not, it is deserty, but it's not like the South or the Southern California area. So yeah, but it would get hot when we left there. It was kind of in the heat time, very what's the word? The drought. It was like the midway through the drought kind of stuff. So we came here and we would see people watering their lawns in the rain, and we were just amazed at the fact that people did that in other states. Here we were having this big drought. We were supposed to conserve, and you know. Anastasia, hello, my friend. Welcome in. How's it going? I was just talking about earlier. Was having Dee drop her link, since you'll be on later on her channel, and I will be watching. I hope your day's going well. So anybody coming in, what are you guys working on? You guys have anything going on? What's on your hook? What's on your hook? You're nervous? You did so well, though, on Mama G's and Rusty's. I think you will be just fine. And Dee is lovely. She is fun to chat with. Especially not consistently. It doesn't even really cool down at night here. Ugh. No bueno. Cooler. It's 70 degrees up where you are today, Shades. So overcast and slightly windy. Yeah, that's where we're at here too. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's definitely overcast. So, but I think because she's Shades over on the Pacific side of Canada, so you're not too far from me. Yeah, it's the anticipation, right, Anastasia? That's the worst part. And then once you're in the live, I think it'll be a lot easier. And then you'll, of course, feel better when it's behind you. But hopefully all of us there chatting with you will help, help keep the conversation going. That's my hardest thing. It's like, if the conversation stops and people aren't talking, I'm like, so what's up? What are we doing? How's it going? Oh, you're doing another dress, Helix. Nice. Aww. For your girls, or is this for somebody else? I sent you a few messages on Facebook. Okay, so Anna Banana's got to check her Facebook. Did you ever cross the... No. Oh, Helix. I've never been to Canada. In fact, I've never been outside the United States. The furthest I've gone is Hawaii, on, like, as far as going over and crossing water. And then I lived in Florida for a little bit. And then I've seen like New York and that kind of thing. So working on the crochet mix bag. Oh, nice. You're doing the one with the triangles and the different shapes and stuff like that, Melissa? And Bonnie's working on granny squares. Not sure if it's going to be a blanket or what. I had thought, I almost pulled out the, I wanted to work through this again, but I found that I couldn't find the wrapping that told me what I'm supposed to be doing, and I couldn't remember. This is the, what is it? The granny square yarn from Red Heart, I think yeah. It's not the flower one, it's just the regular one. So, but I had made some with it before, except it didn't come out like you can see all the tails, right? It's either my tension or the hook size. Something needs to change if it's going to actually change colors when it's supposed to. So that's going to be a trial run to try to figure out if I can get it working right. Dentist was there and I had braces. Oh, wow. James is going to need braces, but I think they're thinking it probably won't be for another like 6 months. They're going to revisit. We're still waiting on some baby teeth to fall out. So yeah, he's not looking forward to that, but it's got to get done, you know. You're on the handles now, Amber. Nice. Pain, but it has been a fun pain. Do you already have a lining that you've picked out, Amber, that you're going to use, or do tell, do tell. Which one are you gonna use? I always think that's fun, finding like a good fabric that'll match the bags that you're making, you know. Let's see. New comments. There we go. Wild times in Minnow. You've needed braces and have never gotten them. I used to have a Madonna gap in my front teeth, my two front teeth. And they always wanted me to get braces. And my mom was like, she hasn't lost all her baby teeth. You know, let's just wait and see what happens. And we never got them. We never got the braces, and they closed. Look, I don't have a Madonna gap anymore. They closed on their own. So yeah, I just think that sometimes they're wanting to, you know, do things prematurely. But where we're at now, it doesn't seem that way, because they're like, yeah, you could get them now if you want, but you're just going to extend how long you have braces for, you know, or we could wait 6 months. I'm like, wait 6 months then. Let's just do it that way, you know. No sense in jumping the gun if it's not going to help with anything, really. So James was very happy to hear that. He did not want to get them right now. He's like, he doesn't want to not be able to eat popcorn, apparently. That I'm like, you don't eat popcorn that frequently. He's like, yeah, but the fact that I can't is different, you know. The fact that he's not going to be able to, I think, for a little bit. I was like, you could suck on the kernel and then eventually it'll just kind of melt away. You could probably have it that way. Oh my gosh. You think so? Aw. I should see if I can find a picture. Like, I think in my senior year of high school, actually, I still had the gap. So it's been since graduating high school that it closed, but my bottom teeth have started to get a little crooked as I've gotten older. So I don't know that I need braces for it, but it doesn't really bother me any. If it becomes a problem, I don't mind getting them. I just, you know. But I guess you get to change the color of your braces like what'd she say, every 6 to 8 weeks or something when they tighten them. You get to change the colors out. I remember thinking that would be the one saving grace of having to have braces, was like, you got to be colorful with it, you know? Family from there. I have an overjet, basically like a more intense overbite. Had to have them for a few years. Oh, it can fix that too, huh? I didn't know that. Hi, Canny Joe. How are you? Making French toast for the girls and Mel, then cleaning up after. Yummy. That sounds delicious. I'm coming to your house. I want some French toast. Do you put powdered sugar on it or syrup? What's your jam? Hi, Tammy. How are you? And what did Melissa say? Let's see. My granddaughter not being able to eat popcorn would be like me without carbs for 3 days. Which you just did. You said just before today you were doing that. I know. Carbs are so yummy. Carbs and sugar. Like, if I could just eat those things, I think I would be a happy camper. But they don't tend to like the waistline. I'll put it that way. You know? But they are the most enjoyable to eat. In my opinion. Some people don't. I guess some people maybe don't like carbs. Do people not like carbs? Like, are there those people in the world? Life in Minnow. Oh my gosh. There's actually a board game called Life in Minnow. Minnow would be Bosworth. Huh. That sounds fun. So there's a board game. Interesting. Interesting. Hi, Blair. How's it going? What you doing? What are you working on? Oh, good. You guys are coordinating. Good. Yes, that's always nerve-wracking. Like, figure out, okay, well, you have the link, you know. Let's make sure you can get in when it's that time. But we'll all be there. We'll all be there hanging out, watching. What is it? Only broken people wouldn't like carbs. Oh, it's my not? Really? My not. That's how it's said. I think it should be Minnow. It's like Tarjay. I'm trying to give it flair, okay? My not. Oh, that's too funny. I have been known to butcher names, so thank you for the correction. Oh, that's too funny. Not for me, because of the diet. Yep. An omelet with sauteed onions and peppers on pita bread. Nice. You got me thinking about, because I think you had mentioned recently, Ganny Joe, that you like avocados a lot, right? I kind of vaguely remember you were mentioning that on one of your lives. But my father-in-law wants to try to grow them from a pit, right? From the avocado seed. And so he planted one in the backyard where we had an apple tree that didn't make it. And then he wanted to try the other technique of like putting toothpicks in it and then putting it over a cup of water to try to get it to root. And I was like looking at the pit for the next day, you know, and I'm like, it just doesn't look right. I just don't know if he did that right. Let me just look online and see. And sure enough, the pit was upside down. I'm trying to grow the roots like all upside down. So I, adjusted the toothpicks, re-put it in. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm slowly seeing cracks like coming up the avocado seed. So I don't know. Maybe that means it's softening. It's going to open and a sprout will come out. Maybe I hope. Hi, Arrow. Hi, Rebecca. No, you didn't miss me. You're here and I'm here, at least for a little bit longer. You enjoyed the beach, Maddie? Oh, good. You got some shells and you saw a KO'd jellyfish. Yes, when we went to Seaside last, we saw some of those. And at first, they're so weird and they just don't look like, because they're ashore, you don't see the tentacles and stuff like that. So they look really weird. They don't look real, are tied for my food with cheese and potatoes. Love. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I think you did mention that, Ganny Joe. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get a tree. Maybe we'll get an avocado tree. We'll have to wait and find out. One of the coldest. Oh, is it one of the coldest places in the U.S.? You grew an avocado tree that way, and it took 5 years to grow. Not to sprout, I hope, but maybe to actually grow into a fruiting tree. Oh, you're going to make it in chenille yarn. Oh, very cool. That'll come out bigger then. You had blanket chunky deep teal colored chenille, but I would need to invest in at least, oh my gosh, the 25 millimeter hook. Are you going to use that big? I can't wait to see that shade, because the one I made, it's like this big. Thanks, Blair. Yeah, so it's like this big. So if you're going to make a giant one, I'm like, wait, she's saying 25 millimeter. You probably would end up with one like the frizzy size. 3 avocado trees, but no fruit yet. Oh, so maybe it's not as easy to to get them going as we thought. Well, we'll find out. That's all right. That's okay. It would just be nice if something came out of it. Like, it looks like where the toothpicks had pierced it before, that it was starting to get something there. I don't know if I'd call it a root yet, though. You know, it was kind of greenish. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it stands a better chance being flipped the right direction. You gifted it to your neighbors when you moved. One of my favorite plants that we have is actually a maple tree that way back when we were in California, there was this gal that would make stuff out of wood. So she would make these little planters and things, and they were just decorative-y for the most part, right? It might look like a little house or something. And then there was one that we bought, and it had jade, a bunch of jade coming out. But right from the center was this little sprig. It had just like a couple leaves, like a little maple tree growing. And it just wouldn't grow in that, all the jade and everything. It was just really stunting the growth of the tree. And so I gently pulled it out years and years ago and planted it in a pot, hoping for the best, you know. And it started to grow, and it started to grow. And then we moved several times, and I would just bring the pot with me, you know. And when we came to this house, we decided we were going to plant it, because it had grown to a certain height, but it wasn't really getting much bigger. And so we planted it in the corner, and I have black-eyed Susans underneath it. And it's now like past the fence line, and it's just so pretty. So I love that. And it's come with us from California and everything, and it's loving its spot. So chenille yarn, I haven't actually used chenille yarn, but I've bought from the dollar store. I've bought some of the Premier has some that's there. So I'm going to try that soon. I don't know if I recommend it yet because I haven't tried it. So the only one I can recommend is the Bernat blanket yarn, which you said you had tried, I think, right? 6 to 8 years for fruit to appear on an avocado tree. Wow. Maybe we should not be holding out hope for this avocado plant then. You'd love to make it smaller if possible. Yeah, because for the dinosaur, to get the little size, I just used the 4-weight acrylic yarn, like a Red Heart or a Big Twist. In Canada, though, I don't know what you guys have there. Do you guys have Red Heart Super Saver? Or you can order. Premier's having a huge sale right now, you guys. Go to Premier. Go to Premier. They're having a big sale. And you could find something there, definitely. Like, I know they're Premier Basics DK. So that's a 3-weight. But that one is on sale right now. They have chenille yarns on sale as well. So I think that you could not go wrong. It sheds. So does the blanket Bernat. Bernat sheds some too, Andy. Quite a bit, actually. And I don't know about the other chenilles, but at least with the Bernat blanket, if you pull, like if you take the string and you pull, it can snap. So, because it's basically like one little fine cord, and it's got the fuzz coming off and around it. Once you've worked it into a project, it's like knotted and solidified in a better way. But Amber, stay away from Premier. You're gonna spend all your money. But yeah, so that was one thing that was kind of annoying, because sometimes as you're sewing in ends and stuff, you tend to pull right? And if you're trying to get into a really difficult spot to sew in or piece together pieces and whatever, it can snap, and I've had that happen. So that's always not so fun. You're hanking up yarn, Dee. Nice. Nice. Oh my goodness. Dollar Tree one is okay, Nova said, but it is a thinner chenille. For using it is to have a lighter handy and quickly burn the ends of the yarn so it doesn't keep shedding. Oh, interesting. So, because it's just shedding from the tail end of the yarn. That's where it's shedding. It's not shedding from like the middle of the strand or anything. You double up and have less shedding. Oh. So chenille, oh, okay, chenille can snap too when you pull on it. I saw Rebecca, I saw you had done that. Drop in the drops so that people can find your channel. So the Lip Curl and Scents is Rebecca, and that's their family's channel. And you can see they have like a live going where you can see the deer on their farm and you can watch them eating, and it's really cool. 5th start for the shrug. Oh no. That's no fun. You can't get the counts right. Ugh. How annoying, right? Oops, I'm on my eraser here. There you go. Sounds hard for this beginner. Oh, you have Michael's. Oh my goodness, yeah. Michael's Loops and Threads, I think, is Michael's brand of yarn, and they do, I want to say, have an acrylic, I believe. Oh, and it's 1 hour away, and Walmart should have, definitely. Walmart should have yarn. Although not all Walmarts have yarn, but if yours has yarn, you should be able to find a 4-weight acrylic there if you want to do that. So yeah. When I first started making amis, I always used an F hook, which is, what's the millimeter on that? 3.75, I think, millimeter. But then I just decided to start using a smaller hook because then I was avoiding getting any gapping and stuff like that. So I would say anywhere from a size C hook to a size F hook would probably be good if you're doing acrylic yarn for an ami. Just figuring out which your tension is and all of that. So you might have to play around with it a little bit just to see which one works best for you to avoid getting the holy gaps that you get sometimes. Because especially when you're new to making amis, that was like one of the things I hated the most, was seeing stuffing coming through the holes. Oh, slow going. Yep, going into the chain for the handles. Yeah, that's a slow process. Oh, good. Your Walmart is one of the ones that's got lots of yarn. Good. Because they certainly don't all come with all that yarn. It's probably got to be this Walmart superstores, right? I heard this weird noise and I realized it's Merlin. He's over here snoring. So if you hear any weird breathing sounds, it's from Merlin. It's not me, it's him. You crochet tight. Oh, good. There you go. Good. I don't know how I would classify my tension. If I would say that I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, I guess. because I have a friend that has crocheted for many years now, and years ago we had bought something from her, like a plushie, and it came and oh my gosh, I thought my tension was tight. Her tension was so tight. It was like these itty bitty little stitches and stuff. It was crazy. And I was like, do you know how tight your tension is? And she didn't, you know, compared to others, but yeah, it was cool. All right, did I miss? Oh, I did miss some. Probably head out here in just a minute. Might go do a walk because it's not, is it raining? Nope, it's not raining, but I would be surprised if it didn't. It just looks like it's going to rain right now. So you use a 3.5 millimeter. Yeah, that's what I did on the floppy cat. I used a 3.5 millimeter. So that's an E hook, right? I believe. I like that hook for Amis. I would love to make one of the little itty bitty floppy cats though, with the thread yarn, just to see how tiny it comes out. Because I know Winsome did, and it was just so cute. She made like a little white floppy cat. So cute. Oh, it's let up for a few there, Amber. Or you could just up your hook size, right? So if you wanted the tension to not be quite so tight, you can up your hook size, and that should help you not necessarily make your tension tighter or looser, but it will make the stitches looser because they're going to be larger stitches with the larger hook size. Hi, Long Cool Woman. How's it going? You didn't get the notification till now. Aw. How frustrating. There you go. Yeah, 3.5 millimeter is a really good size, I think. But it would be interesting for you to kind of play around with it a little bit just to see what you end up finding, you know, like if you end up with doing an F hook, would that help with the tightness of the stitches, that kind of thing. So something to look into when you have a free minute. Break time. Have you done, are you still dyeing more yarns, Dee, or are you just hanking them up now? And your dib sale's coming up too, isn't it? Your dib sale would be coming up on, is it next week, actually? Oh no, your dibs, I have it, look, I have it on my calendar, Dee. Dib sale, July 10th. So I wouldn't forget. So let me know if that date changes. You use an 8 millimeter with the blanket yarn. Wow. I was using 7 for a really long time. The last thing I made with blanket yarn, though, I actually used a 6. So, and I do like using the smaller hooks. Just finished my granddaughter's sunflower shawl. Yay. Is it like a sunflowers in a granny square kind of a motif, or is it something different? I don't know if I saw that one. First handle of single crochets and the chain's done. Phew, that takes a hot minute. How thick are the straps, Amber? Are they, do you have to work back and forth quite a bit, or? Oh, one of the ones that turns into a bouquet. Nice. Those are pretty. I've seen, I think it was the Secret Yarnery. I think she had one that turned, it was a blanket that turned into a bouquet. So it was quite large. And then I've seen the ones that are made coasters that turn into smaller little bouquets. Those are cute. Working on wing construction. Ugh. Are you going to finish it today, Rebecca? Rebecca's working on a huge dragon, you guys. A huge Ami dragon. It's like, what, 3 or 4 feet wide? It's quite intense and very beautiful. That is a labor of love to get done with that pattern. Did you ever figure out how many hours it's taken you to get the whole thing done from start to finish? I think I finished that area. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this area here. I might even erase those, and I'm not sure yet, but because I have to put the text in later. I'll put the text in and say like what areas these are and stuff. So I'll have to have area for that. 3 inch tall and, or 3 feet tall and 4 feet long when finished. Ophelia Talks Crochet has a amazing carnation flower bouquet picnic blanket. Ooh, pretty. 120 hours. Oh my gosh, you guys. That is that. Wow. That's a long time, Rebecca. They're so cool, though, when you're finished with them. And Dee says, I'm done with fingerling and DK. In the next few days, I'm going to be doing cotton. Ooh, I can't wait to see the cotton. You know I like cotton. The cotton is good. I mean, the one that you sent me from before that I got from you and Mama G, those aren't cotton. Those are, they do have wool in them. They feel very soft though. So hopefully they don't cause itchiness or anything, or, you know, just, they don't feel rough at all though. My dibs is on Thursday, July 10th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, definitely, you guys. If you haven't already, please go over to Dee's, and Dee put in drop again so people can pick you up if they haven't already. But she's got Anastasia on tonight, so she'll be coming on at that same time, I believe. So she'll have her guest on, Anastasia. And then the 10th is the dibs sale. So she hand dyes all her amazing yarns. I love them. I can show you the one I got from Dee. I got these ones from Dee. Look at that. Those gorgeous. It's like a chocolate strawberry. Oh, look at how pretty. Oh, look at, there you go. See, she called it Weeping Cherries. Hand dyed by Dee and Mark. So, so pretty. So yes, please check her channel out. Go to the dibs sale. Show some love, you know, all the things. And thank you for hanging out with me, you guys, while we were sitting here doing a little drawing on my map that I'm working on. Oh, you just got the notification, Zach. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry it came in so late. Oh. I know YouTube can be frustrating, huh? I feel like that's happening more and more lately. I don't know why. Blue market bag pattern test. A few bandanas, red, white, and blue cotton tank halter tops for the twin granddaughters. You've got some whips going there. My goodness. But that's good. All good things. Yeah, we definitely. And so it's going to be, the dib sale's usually going to be Dee and also Mama G. So if you guys don't have Mama G on your radar, definitely check her out as well. I have her actually in the link in the description. It's Mama G Gear. But she will also have yarn that she has hand dyed as well with her daughter Rusty. And so please throw some yarn in their window. If you end up going over there, let her know that Frizzy sent you. So that way, you know, they were trying to hit 4K subscribers by their 4-year podiversary, which is coming up in August. They've already hit it, so that's great. But we're also trying to just, you know, help each other out here on the YouTube streets, just growing our channels and finding our communities and all of that. So Ganny Joe's been a member for 5 months. Yay! I'm so happy to have you in my members, Ganny Joe. Thank you for putting in your member milestone there. Hugging in the parking lot. Isn't that sweet? I sense a hint of sarcasm, Zach. Oh my gosh. Wow, Rebecca. That's crazy. 1,065 rounds of stitches ranging from 3 stitches to 42 stitches each in the round. Wow. Oh my gosh. Yes, definitely, Shade. Send me updates. Much appreciated. And Andy's been a member for 4 months. Yay, Andy. Thank you so much for being members. Hi, AB. Still trying. What are you working on? Trying to finish by tonight. You're trying to finish all that by tonight. Oh my gosh. Good luck. I hope you can get everything done. And Callie's been a member for 5 months and Amber for 4 months. Welcome, my frizzy friends and my Row Hive members. I love you guys. Thank you, AB. I appreciate you. These are my yip yips hanging out. This one's hiding at the moment. Right? You'll be on tonight. Yes. And Ganny Joe goes live on after D. So Ganny, drop your drop. And that way we can hang out during your live too. So see, if you've got your whips that you're working on, you just YouTube hop from live to live and hang out with friends and chit chat and get your whips done. Thank you, Christy. Oh my gosh. Aw. Just before 4 o'clock this morning. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Zach. I will send good vibes her way. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a good way to start your morning, that's for sure. There's Ganny Joe's link, you guys. So please go ahead and throw yarn in her window. She will be live later. And I will be trying to hang out, Ganny Joe. The lives always are because I'm 3 hours ahead of everybody since I'm on the Pacific side. It ends up being during dinner time, but I always try to pop in and at least have you running so you get the watch hours. Hope you're doing good in your new... Yes, Callie is lurking. She's popping in here and there, but she's got whips she's working on too. Well, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend. Wish me luck if I do decide I'm going to do this garage sale. I'll keep you posted. I'll let you guys know on Tuesday when I come back on. We shall see. We shall see. My plan is I'll do it, but I just don't know. I just have to make myself. I have to make myself do these things that I don't want to do. Right. All the inspiration from live hopping. You just start new whips. Exactly. Yes. All right, you guys. I will catch you in the next one, and I will see you on the YouTube streets. Goodbye. See you later.